So turn to the page on balance. And the definition for balance, go ahead and put a rectangle around the definition for balance. Balance is a principle of art that refers to the equalization of the elements. There are three kinds of balance: formal symmetrical, informal asymmetrical, or radial balance. For radial balance, it's a design based on a circle with features radiating out from a central point. So let me show you some examples, and then we're going to draw an example of radial balance. Radial balance can be circles, starting from the center point and working their way out. It can be fire, fire, fire. The sun has radial balance. Can do radial balance with organic lines. Radial balance with geometric shapes. Radial balance with geometric lines. Short, choppy geometric lines with radial balance. Flowers have radial balance. Citrus fruit, if you cut it the right direction, then it has radial balance because it has all those slices. And this has radial balance. So go ahead and do an example in this space of radial balance, and I want you to make sure that you fill up the entire space. So make sure, go ahead and look at your drawings and make sure that you filled in this entire space with radial balance. I want you to start in the center and fill up the entire space. If the entire space is not filled up, I want you to make sure that's done. A strong composition is going to fill up the entire page. Sometimes it's negative space that's filling it up, but there's some sort of line or shape in there that is indicating that that negative space is done on purpose. So I've got negative space in between my flames here. Oops. Okay, radial balance. Okay, the next one is informal asymmetrical balance. It's a type of visual balance in which the two sides of the composition are different yet balanced, visually balanced without being identical. Informal balance, for the most part, is way more interesting than formal balance. So here are some examples with form. This has informal balance because I have a large one on one side and three small forms on the left side. If you're drawing forms, make sure you draw your forms correctly. Make sure they have curved lines at the top and the bottom, a frown, a smile, and two vertical lines on your cylinder. This has informal balance because there's a lot of negative space there, but it's intentional negative space. And then it's the snow or the ice cream melting down here, so it creates an L composition. It says informal balance with two small ones on the left and one large one on the right. Informal balance with Kilroy and his milkshake. It must be poison because it has a skull and crossbones on it. Here we have informal balance with geometric shapes. Informal balance with happy faces. Oopsie. I got my cord in the way. And informal balance with spirals. And I think this is probably the easiest way to illustrate this, is to think about a scale and putting smaller, darker objects on one side and larger, brighter objects on the other side balance each other out. So go ahead and draw your example. For informal balance, make sure you fill the entire space and draw an example of informal balance, different on both sides.
Right in the middle of a good dream, with all at once I wake up from something that keeps knocking at my brain. Before I go insane, I hold my pillow to my head and spring up in my bed, screaming out the words I said. I think I love you. This morning I woke up with this feeling I didn't know how to deal with, and so I just decided to myself I'd hide it to myself and never talk about it, and did not go and shout. When you walked into the room, I think I love you. I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? Afraid that I'm not sure of a love there is no cure for. Yeah, I think I love you, no matter what life is made of. So it worries me to say that I never felt this way. Believe me, you really don't have to worry. I only want to make you happy, and if you say hey, go away, I will. But I think better still, I better stay around and I love you. Do you think I am the case? Let me ask you to your face. I think I love you. I think I love you. So what am I so afraid of? Afraid that I'm not sure of a love there is no cure for. I think I love you. Isn't that what life is made of? So it worries me to say that I never felt this way. Yeah.
Okay, formal balance. A design with one half that is a mirror image of the other half. This is going to be the same on both sides. This has a formal balance, left to right with organic lines, but if I turn it this way, then that's informal balance. You have to make sure that you are looking at it vertically. Formal balance with geometric lines. Here's formal balance, and it's not exactly left to right, but it's pretty close. It's close enough that this would be formal balance. Formal balance with organic lines. Organic lines are a little bit difficult to draw organic or formal balance with, because it's kind of hard to get the exact same thing on both sides. Formal balance with a scale, and this is the most clear way of drawing it, just to draw a scale and then the same thing on both sides. Formal balance with a geometric spiral. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Siamese twins, they're connected at the base there. They're Siamese twins and they're formal balance. Formal balance with shape, geometric shapes, and formal balance with Kilroy. So go ahead and draw your example of formal balance. You can use any one of my examples. I'm going to use the simplest one, the most clear one. And on the test, I'm not looking for originality. On the test, I'm looking for clarity, not creativity. You can be creative, but make sure that it's not more important than being clear.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Oh woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever seen. I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go.
That's right, hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road,